get it started. I'm pretty sure I'm recording, yeah. Okay, so first, thank you everyone for coming to our first SEAD meeting of the year. So first, we're just going to start with some introductions of our e-board, make you get to know everybody, kind of where our heads are at with dentistry, where we come from, kind of the things we're doing at school. And then we'll open it up real quick to you guys. Since we have kind of a smaller group, we'll have time to quickly go over some simple stuff, get to introduce ourselves to each other, and then we'll go over a little bit of a lay down on some of the plans we have for this year, building off of the things we've done in the previous couple of years. We'll go over some of the service things, some of the parts of the club where we want to kind of inform you guys of what we're about and what we're going to be doing. And then hopefully we shouldn't be too long today. It should be a shorter meeting as our first meeting. And let's get right into it. Okay, so first of all, it's nice to meet you guys. I'm the co-president of SEAD. My name is Owner Karjala, spelled like this, but pronounced like the owner of a company or a business. So I am a bio major and business minor. For any of you, if you are freshmen, sophomores, and worried about majors or switching, I was a math major freshman year, and I switched over, and obviously I'm doing totally different things. So don't worried about changing majors or class course load or anything like that. It's doable. Um, so I'm a fourth year. This is my senior year. Just applied to dental school this previous summer. Hopefully everything goes well with that. I'm originally born in Budapest, Hungary. I moved here when I was around 7 and mostly lived in Northeast Ohio, pretty near here. Hobbies, as you can see here, I played tennis for all of high school. I also played ping pong, basketball. I played soccer for a little bit. A fun fact about me is I've been in a dental office in 3 different countries. Where I was born, obviously, in Hungary, I've been there. Obviously, here in the United States, and also in Turkey, where my family's from. I had to go to a specialist there. And then why dentistry? Why I chose the dental field really comes down to the fact that since I've kind of moved around a lot in my life, the dental office and the people in dental offices have always been kind of cornerstones of feeling comfortable, feeling like I'm ready to adapt to wherever I move to, whatever the new situation is. And it kind of accumulated through academics, through extracurriculars, that dentistry really works out best for me. It is what I've found to love the most out of all other options. So now I'm gonna move it forward to Hope.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming out to the meeting today. My name is Hope Baxter. I am the co-president. My major is biology. I'm a third year from Lima, Ohio, which is northwest from here, like an hour and a half away. I play the cello and flute. I've been playing the cello for 14 years, so it's been a while. And then I've also played some other instruments, but cello and flute are just what I've stuck with. Fun fact, I'm a twin. She is in the left, I'm in the right. And I have lived in 4 states, which include Ohio, obviously. I was born in Nebraska, lived in Kentucky and South Dakota. And then why dentistry? The smile is the first thing you notice about someone. So it's really important that you help make someone smile confident. So it'll be really fulfilling.
Cool, thank you, Hope. Next, we'll take it to Dakota.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dakota. I'm the vice president. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It is my 3rd year here. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and some of my hobbies include running. I'm a big car guy, so I like driving my car around when I have it, not on campus though, and then finding new music. And a fun fact about me would be that I have 3 cats back at home. And for my why dentistry, I really became interested in dentistry when I was starting to consider occupations when I was in middle school. I was getting braces and it was a great experience for me. So originally I was like super interested in orthodontics, but I'm also interested in general dentistry. I want to work for myself and have meaningful relationships with the people that I work with and for. So, yep.
Thanks, Dakota. Now we'll take it over to Steven.
Hi everyone. My name is Steven, and I'm the treasurer. I'm a third-year biochem major, and I'm minoring in business. I'm from Solon, Ohio. It's like a suburb outside Cleveland, and I've played the violin for like 12 years now, and I also enjoy playing tennis as well. A fun fact about me is that I once ate 3 Chipotle burritos in 10 minutes. Yeah. And I chose dentistry because I mean, ever since I was little, I always like was like very interested in like healthcare. But then like I shadowed my dentist, and it seemed like a very gratifying profession, and I loved it.
Thank you, Steven. Now we go over to Disha.
Hi everyone, my name is Disha. I'm the secretary this year. I recently switched to neuroscience. I'm very excited about that. I'm a junior. I'm from Cincinnati. Mason, if you guys have heard of it. Her hobbies are drawing, photography, and traveling. And basically why I like dentistry is because since I love to draw and anything like aesthetic and working with your hands, I think it's a really nice way to incorporate art and science and help others feel confident in their smile because it is the first thing most people notice. So it'd be nice to help others get to that point.
Thank you, Disha. Now we go to Sydney.
Hi guys, I'm Sydney. So I'll be your service chair this year. This year. My major is biology. I want to pick up a minor, but I don't know what that will be yet. I'm a second year, and I'm from Plain City, Ohio, which is like 30 minutes from campus. I love being outdoors, being active, swimming, biking, hiking. Fun fact was my favorite hike ever that I did 3 summers ago was in Norway with my family. And then I picked dentistry because braces gave me confidence that I never had. And I had like extra teeth, so I had a lot of surgeries, and I just thought it was so interesting. So I want to give people that same confidence.
Thank you. Now we move over to Drake.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Drake Hisrick, and I'm one of two on the co-chair for programming. My major is also biology. I am a third year here, and I am from Canton, Ohio, so another one from Northeast Ohio. Several of my hobbies include hiking, boating, water skiing, and going to sporting events. And a fun fact, my family loves traveling, and I have been able to visit over 26 countries. And then why I chose dentistry as my profession. So I was raised with several relatives that were in the dental community, and I have learned that the camaraderie that they have for their patients is really cool because you can like obviously own your own practice and get to know the families as they grow up. The picture on the left is me and my dad working on my grandpa, who is also a dentist. So that's just something we have in our family.
Cool, thank you. Now we get to Hamid.
All right, hey guys, my name is Hamid. I am the programming and fundraising co-chair. My major is bio, but also I'm also doing a minor in medical pharmacology. So I don't know, I forgot to put that on there. I'm a fifth year senior, but fun fact, I actually switched my major at the end of my junior year from computer science engineering to bio pre-dental. So it took me a minute to figure out what I wanted to do, but better late than never. So here I am. My hometown is Dublin, Ohio, but I was born in India and I moved to the United States when I was around 2. So I've been here for a minute. Yeah, my hobbies are I love to play tennis. I recently picked up cooking, and also it's kind of like quirky, but I mean, like I like to soap carve, and especially I like to soap carve. Like I like to carve teeth from soap. So yeah, it's different, but like it's really interesting. It takes a long time, but it's really fun. Um, Fun facts. I'm not really sure if this is a fun fact, but I do orthodontic research at the College of Dentistry, and I also have a dental Insta blog where again I like post myself like carving teeth from soap, DAT prep stuff and whatnot. So it's really cool. Why dentistry? So well, first and foremost, I had like an amazing experience with an orthodontist before, and also I volunteer at a bunch of underrepresented areas and underrepresented communities, and I noticed how a lot of the people there didn't get really nice dental care. So there are a lot of people of like a bunch of socioeconomic statures who've been affected, and they really don't have the funds to, invest in themselves when it comes to dentistry. So looking at that, I was like, hey, you know what? I like art. I also like the sciences, and also it's cool to perfect people's smiles, and that's why I really picked the field, and yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Hamid. Now, Sasha.
Hi everyone, my name is Sasha. I am the membership chair. I'm a health sciences major with a bio minor. I'm a fourth year from Cincinnati. I like to run and I like trying new foods, so it kind of balances each other out. I work in the orthodontic clinic at the College of Dentistry, and I've worked there since I was a freshman. And then why dentistry? I just want to find solutions to make dental care more equitable, kind of the same thing Hamid was talking about, and just to be a positive influence in my patients' lives. And I also just wanted to say that thanks everyone for joining. We are definitely a smaller club than pre-dent, but that allows us to have some like really cool conversations and group discussion and to actually get to know each other as members of the club. So we're really excited for this year, and we're really excited that you guys are all here joining us.
Yep. Thank you, Sasha. Now we go to Zach.
Hi, everyone. My name is Zach. I am the social media chair this year, and I basically run all the social media accounts and post information about what our club's doing. I recently posted just an information board about all our members. And if you want to follow that, it's SEAD at SEAD_OSU on Instagram. But besides that, I'm a biology major, third year. And I'm from Rocky River, Ohio, which is like 10 miles west of Cleveland. My hobbies include playing soccer, snowboarding, and learning new things. And my fun fact is over the summer, I took up trying to learn to play the guitar. I'm not very good yet, but it's just fun to like learn how to finally play an instrument. So for my why dentistry, I didn't have the greatest teeth when I was younger. And I had to go to a bunch of different specialists, like to straighten out my teeth, get some removed, just generally fix them. And I was just amazed at what all the different specialties could do to give me a good smile at the end. So that was pretty fulfilling. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, Zach. Now we get to Benjamin.
All right. My name is Ben, and I'm the dental school liaison. And I'm a major in biology with a minor in agronomy. And for anyone who's not familiar with that, it is soil science, or more so crops, or agriculture. I'm a fifth year. So yeah, I'm applying to dental school this summer, like others on the board. And I'm from Sydney, Ohio, which is about 45 minutes to an hour north of Dayton or south of Lima, which is a pretty rural area. But my hobbies include playing tennis, definitely more recreational. I can honestly tell you, I can almost guarantee you I'm not as good as other people who've actually expressed their interest in it. I can assure you mine is purely recreational. I did play soccer throughout high school and through my life, so I think I'm a little better at that, hopefully. And one of my hobbies is also hiking, and that's what the profile picture I have there. That's actually from Mount Rainier. I actually took that like 2 months ago. The picture's a little bit cropped, but if in the far right corner, I believe you can see Mount St. Helen. So I do a little hiking. And then second to last, my fun fact is I grew up on a farm with 50 goats. So I grew up on a farm where like I raised goats through like the county fair, and also grew up on like an agriculture farm with corn and soybeans. So, the whole rural experience. And lastly, that kind of played into why dentistry for me. I've always admired the interactions dentists have with their patients and their impact on the community. But more specifically, like I said, growing up in a little more of a rural area, one of the most common like healthcare professions or interactions I ever had was with my dentist. So twice a year, and it always kind of interested me how they were able to interact with their like local community, and essentially I've always found it really interesting some of the lack of care that a lot of rural areas, even in Ohio, have pertaining to dentistry. So that kind of piqued my interest and kind of pushed me more towards this profession.
Well said. Thank you, Ben. All right, so as kind of Sasha was alluding to earlier and said kind of pretty well, is that we are slightly of a smaller club, definitely compared to pre-dent. So it's going to be a lot easier for a lot of us to interact with each other, as well as kind of get to know each other and what we're about, and help build a community that once we start the volunteering, once we do the guest panel speakers, it will be really easy for us to communicate. So I'm going to go through the list of people I see on Zoom. If you don't feel comfortable with sharing some of the information on this slide, please feel free to say pass or next person. That's completely fine. But I'm just going to go down the line. Feel free to share as much as you would like. And then once we get through introductions, we'll go through some of our plans for the year. And after that point, if you guys have questions, feel free to say whenever you have them. So first, I'm going to start with Naya or Nia.
It's Nia.
All right, nice to meet you, Nia.
Nice to meet you too. My name is Nia Franklin. I'm a third year. I'm also a bio major. And fun fact, I also love to travel and try new foods and stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, thank you. Next, we'll go to Belle.
Hi, I'm Belle. I'm a sophomore and I'm an earth science major with a Chinese minor. And my fun fact is that I'm in a sorority.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Next, we have Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm a third year bio major with a piano minor. And the fun fact is that I'm on the OSU club tennis team here.
It's fitting. So many of us said that we're interested in tennis and you're an actual player. That's cool. All right, so next we have Robbie.
Hi, my name is Robbie. I'm a second year microbiology major and a business minor. Fun fact about me is I love sports, specifically golf. I play every day.
Nice. Definitely picked the right profession for liking golf. All right, next we have Katie. Oh, I think you're muted.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm a third year junior. I'm studying nutrition. I'm graduating a little early, so I'm graduating a semester early. My fun fact is I speak Russian.
Okay, cool. And okay. Carol.
Hi, I'm Carol. I'm a second year and my major, I'm a bio major and I like to run.
Cool, thanks. Alrighty, I think so. That's everyone I see on my list. If I missed anyone, go ahead and speak up, but I think that's it. I'm gonna start the next slide. If I did miss someone, feel free to stop me. So now we're just gonna go over kind of looking at the semester at a glance and kind of comparing it to what we've done previous years. Obviously, because of COVID, there's gonna be a couple of restrictions going into the year and it's gonna make things a little harder. If you went to the pre-dent club meeting, you probably have heard that things are kind of different this year. And so you'll see that here too. So first, kind of a cool thing that we're going to start doing this year is we're going to be having presentations on various topics in dentistry to kind of give you guys and kind of help ourselves at the same time in gaining knowledge and awareness on several relevant areas in the dental field. So as some of the e-board members have already mentioned, several topics that we might talk about throughout the course of this semester plus next semester might involve kind of that observation of, well, why in rural areas, in majority minority population areas, in poorer areas, do we see that dentists aren't as willing to work there, aren't as willing to set up a private practice? Why is healthcare access? Why is dental care access? Why is this general oral health information even access so much harder to find in these different areas. That might just be one thing kind of talked about a lot there in that sentence, so that might even be several meanings, but to kind of just give you a taste of what a potential topic might be. Next, what we had last year, which was a great addition, and as well as what we plan to continue this year, is having several guest speakers come in. Obviously, this year it might be easier to get people to come in because over Zoom, it's probably easier for a professor, teacher, or dental professional to log on rather than having to come to Postal Hall where our meetings are usually at. So a couple prominent speakers we've had in the previous years that people have generally said that they've liked. Dr. Noblo, who's a faculty at OSU, spoke last year as well as the year before that. She works with a lot of patients. She's a prosthodontist, first of all. So she works with a lot of patients who need help with cleft lip, cleft palate. She works in coordination with a lot of orthodontists, periodontists, just overall kind of the people that have tougher cases in their mouth where it's not the general, oh, you have a cavity, well, we're going to have to get rid of that, give you a filling. Oh, no, you need an extraction, we'll take it out. In the cases a little more difficult than those. So she's always a great speaker to have. Plus, it's a great way to talk to someone in the faculty. Obviously, she's a teacher, so, kind of poke her brains a little bit about, what is her life like as a teacher? What does she think that students would like to know coming into dental school? So not only is what she teaches great, but also the insights you can get about dental school. And Dr. Crockett, who works in a local public dentistry business in Columbus. We had her come in not this past year, but the year before that, and she talked about kind of her experience with giving a lot of dental care to HIV/AIDS patients, which a lot of people don't really cover as much just because of what people think to be inherent risks of having procedures with people that have HIV/AIDS. But as she's communicated, and if we have her come back again this year, what she will kind of communicate to you guys is that working with people that a lot of dental professionals wouldn't want to, it really shouldn't come down to things that aren't too well researched, because HIV/AIDS patients aren't as difficult or as dangerous as people would like to think it is. It's actually much safer, and following most dental protocols that offices should follow is actually almost just as safe as any other patient. Same with people that have other sexually transmittable diseases. It's usually safe to work with them too. So a lot of the misconceptions in the dental field about certain patient bases is not true, and she's a great speaker to kind of shed light on one of those. So next, this year, something new that we're going to have is we're going to have several student panels throughout the year. There's a couple amazing student organizations at the dental school here at OSU that kind of tackle and address a lot of the issues that we do at the same time. And we would love for them to come in and talk to you guys about some of their experiences, what they try to educate their students, as well as the ways that they're involved in their community, that in the future, hopefully, once we're dental students and once we're dental professionals, we'll have the opportunity to do so as well. So some of the clubs that we're going to be hoping to come in this year are Asian Pacific Dental Society, Association of Women Dentists, Hispanic Dental Student Association, Arab Dental Student Association, and there's many more. There's so many amazing dental student organizations who have amazing messages that we would like to share with you guys. And throughout the year, you guys will be able to hear from all of them. And once again, like I said with Dr. Noblo, they're in the dental school. They're not a faculty, they're a student. So they're not only easier to talk to, but they'll have information more relatable to us since we're kind of going into their positions pretty soon, hopefully. So next, we're going to talk about some of our service opportunities. I'm going to let Sydney take it away for some of this, but a couple of the e-board members have been involved with some of these volunteer opportunities, and we'll kind of chime in and let you guys know what we've experienced. So Sydney, take it away.
Okay, so service is obviously a big part of our club, but it's going to be very hard this year because, we're not allowed to meet in person. And so like right now it's extended through, I think it's like the 14th, I think it's through Sunday that we can't meet in person, but they're still not giving us a date. And we are also not allowed to do like off-campus service events as a club, since it's like Ohio State, you know. But what I think I'm going to do instead is, obviously we're still going to plan stuff and hope that we can meet together this semester. But if not, I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys a bunch of resources where you can serve like on your own, because I know like a big part of a dental school application is service hours. So even if you're not doing it with us, like I'm going to give you resources that you can, so you know where to serve, because there are places available to serve right now actually, and they like really need our help. So some of the places are the Dream Center. I've personally never been here, but I volunteered somewhere like similar. And so you have to follow all the COVID guidelines, obviously, but you serve to go breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so another idea is Operation Christmas Child. It's basically you pack shoe boxes with a bunch of like hygiene products and toys and stuff. So we might end up doing that, but it's just really hard with COVID, like touching everything and getting everything shipped in the boxes. But that's an idea we have. Two other ideas are places with food pantries. So there's a food pantry on campus, if you didn't know, called Buckeye Food Alliance, and they are in Lincoln Tower. So I'm meeting with them Tuesday because currently they're not offering volunteers, but I'm just gonna see what I can do. And there's also My Family Pantry, and I know they're taking volunteers right now. Then two other ideas are Ronald McDonald House. We could make blankets, like if we can meet in groups of 10 after this Sunday, like we could make blankets and then drive them and drop them off at Ronald McDonald House. Or the last idea that we're working with is creating like audiobooks for kids, especially since all the kids are like going to online school now. So those are some of the ideas. We hope that we can do some stuff together as a group, because obviously that's like our goal and that's much better. But regardless, you guys will be really informed about places you can volunteer at.
Yeah, and just a quick note, on My Family Pantry, I know a couple of us have volunteered there, and just kind of give you guys a quick rundown on that because it's a super amazing volunteering location and what you get to do there. So um, it is a local food pantry that serves a large Somali population as well as kind of impoverished and struggling community in the local Columbus area. Um, so what we do as volunteers is we come in, help them in the morning, inventory things, pack things up into bags, and get them ready to be put in shopping carts. And then once kind of the lunchtime-ish comes around is when customers will come in and we help them take the food to their cars, help them pack things if they want help. And it's I put this on my application because I've had a bunch of unique experiences in terms of communicating with the members of the population there because in, and I would say 50-50 of the cases, majority of them, you're most likely dealing with someone that doesn't speak English or speaks minimal English. So kind of adapting the way you communicate through hand signals, facial gestures, the very minimal English that they do know, kind of having those small interactions you wouldn't think be so meaningful be actually super meaningful, and you remember them down the line when you're applying for dental school. It's super amazing. So it is a great opportunity for us to volunteer, and they are open right now. Um, I'm sure several of us have their text messages where every week they send out that they need volunteers. Unfortunately, the only thing stopping us from going there right now is OSU with their guidelines on the in-person meetings. It kind of extends to volunteering. So unfortunately, we kind of have to wait until they say we're in the all clear. But the moment that we're allowed to volunteer, it's a great place where we'll have no delay getting into. And it's just a really amazing opportunity.
So
yeah, we have a question, Onar.
Oh.
If you can see it. Someone asked, how can we become a volunteer there? I don't know if Hamid wants to talk about that. But.
Yeah, Hamid, go ahead. I hear you.
Yeah, so at My Family Pantry, like owner said, it's an amazing place to volunteer. And yeah, so basically they have a sign up genius link where you basically just enter your email, your phone number, and yeah, that's basically it. If you guys are interested, we can send out the link to sign up for it, if that's possible, if we're even allowed to do that. But yeah, so it's basically just signing up, putting your name down, and just going over there. They give you the address and whatnot. But no, yeah, it's really it's an amazing place to volunteer. I've been there for the last 3.5 years, and like the communication skills, talking with or trying to communicate with people who speak different languages, and just understanding their community and whatnot, people who are not really economically advantaged, and it really opens your eyes to a lot of things. And yeah, and also like right next to the pantry, there are actually there are two separate dental offices who operate there, and this place is actually one of the most underrepresented places in Columbus. So these dentists over there, you could try shadowing them, and they give you a lot of insight on serving underrepresented people, and the pros and cons of starting a practice in those kind of places. So it's like a 2-in-1. So it's a really nice opportunity to shadow and get volunteer experience. And also they give you donuts at the end of the day, so it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice incentive. But I would definitely recommend volunteering there. And I mean, if we're allowed, I will I'll basically just try to send you guys the link to the Sign Up Genius. So it should be smooth.
Yeah, and Hamid, you said you've volunteered at Reading Warriors too, My Reading Warriors?
Yes. So My Reading Warriors is basically they're part of the same initiative. So it's basically My Project USA, right? And it splits down into My Reading Warriors, My Family Pantry, and so on. So My Reading Warriors, basically we serve the same community. So it's kids who are in elementary school and middle school, and some in high school, who really can't read because they don't really have the books, or the teachers, or I was on their board a couple months ago, and it's crazy how these kids are 13, 14, 15, and they can't read they can't read like the people their age, and it's really sad to see that. And so basically what that organization does is every single week we used to meet up, and we'd read books with them, we'd help them with homework, and we'd basically serve as their mentors and whatnot. And since due to COVID, we can't really do that. So what we used to do, or what we're still doing, is that we basically have Zoom sessions with these kids. So every Wednesday, for like an hour or to like an hour and a half, but usually it's an hour, we get on Zoom and we get sent to breakout rooms, and we help these kids read, we answer their questions, we tutor them. It's a really nice opportunity to to get to know them, and trying to see where they come from, and just help them with reading. And it's honestly an amazing thing to do. Again, if you guys are interested, I could talk to the outreach chair and see how many volunteers they need, and I can try to fix that if y'all are interested. Yes.
I also want to add something about the Dream Center, because there's a similar opportunity, it sounds like. So kind of with Reading Warriors, I personally have volunteered at the Dream Center before, but I know they're doing a new volunteering thing that I've not yet done, but I signed up for, where they're creating learning extension centers for elementary students, middle school and high school. So you can pick what category you want to tutor and help with homework, and just be with them, and make sure that they have someone to talk to, because these are kids that are from not as just poor areas of Columbus. So just giving them all the help that you can get, and you can tell the Dream Center what part of Columbus you want to work in. So if you live not on campus or something, or if you commute or something, you can go to a specific part of Columbus, and they'll assign you 1 to 2 days a week for 4 hours at a time. So that's quite a bit. I know a lot of people just don't have 4 hours that they can give up, but if you do, it's something to look into. And I can try to find the application for that and send that out if you guys want.
Yeah, so thank you, Hope and Hamid. That kind of goes to show for a lot of these things, where we would love to obviously do them as a group, but until the point where we can and we're allowed to organize them and go in as groups, We're here as outlets for you guys. Since we have so many people on our club that have been involved with a bunch of these amazing places, we can have you guys contact us. We can forward you on to the places where you can sign up individually. If you have cars, ways to get there, they're just obviously they're just amazing places to volunteer if you can get there alone. And then once we're allowed to go, we'll obviously organize things so we can all go, and then there's that shared group experience, which does add something to it.
Oh yeah, and then one more thing, sorry, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't feel comfortable like with volunteering with Learning Extension Centers for Dream Center, they also have an option where you can like clean up the sites and like where the kids are and stuff. So it's it's a lot more safe if you're concerned about that. So they also have that option too.
All right, thank you. Okay, so like as the host, the chat like occasionally pops up and occasionally doesn't, only when people type. So I'm just gonna keep going. If there are any more questions, as we've kind of been doing, just call them out. So before I move on to the next slide, one thing I do want to say one more time about our presentation. So we do meet every other week, and at our very next meeting, we'll most likely have one of these presentations, and it's going to be led by 2 or 3 of the e-board members that you've saw present tonight. We're only doing that to just kind of give a template and kind of an idea of what these presentations are going to be like, this kind of things that we would like to relay and communicate to you guys as well as to ourselves, because at the end of the day, we're all students like you guys. We're all trying to learn, advance our knowledge at the same pace in the same way as you guys. So that very first presentation is going to be e-board members, but we will be opening up the presentation slides at the beginnings of the meetings to you guys. So throughout the year as we progress, most likely near the end of this semester and definitely throughout next semester, we'll allow you guys to sign up if you would like to talk about a pre-chosen topic, or if you have a topic that you would like to suggest you're passionate about and would like to talk about, feel free. We would love to have your suggestion. This is kind of just a great way for you guys to have not only experience in public speaking, relaying sort of like not a research project, like a mini research into something related to the dental field and that needs shining light on. But it's also something when you relay this to dental schools, when you say, my involvement with this club, I was able to volunteer, practice public speaking, and give a presentation on something I researched. It kind of shows that passion in the club, as well as the fact that you've gained some physical and real experience in public speaking. And so, having said that, I'll move on to one last thing we want to cover today, the DAT library. So this is something we started just last year. It's kind of a startup project we have, a pretty successful startup project. We have a DAT preparatory material library in Postal Hall. The only unfortunate thing is kind of similar to volunteering and having meetings in person. It's restricted right now by COVID, obviously. So we aren't able to get in to the building and access the materials because the admissions staff is kind of in and out of the building. So we're kind of reliant on them to kind of be there more often and unlock the doors. But once that kind of time sets in where the admissions staff is there more often in the building, because they're the ones that help run it with us, we'll be able to let you guys in. And obviously this is a resource we've shared to Prenatal Club because we want all the prenatal students and people interested in taking the DAT here at OSU to have some sort of access to free material if they can afford it or would like a nice free option. So we have over 30 forms of DAT preparatory material in that library, which I'll show real soon. There's a bunch of variety in the materials that there are present. There's obviously the generic huge books where you flip through. It's got all the notes on bios, the chems, anything you need, test questions, but there's also note cards. There's specific booklets just for test question practice. There's all sorts of things. So let me just show you guys this real quick. Can you guys see this, the Excel sheet? Okay, cool. So here's the current listing on our library. So right now it's kind of listed in terms of subjects. So we have the exclusively bio stuff, some anatomy things, there's note cards, lesson packets, AP Bio books, which are honestly a great start into like pretty much most of the bio stuff. Obviously, there's more college level material on the test, and the preparatory books prepare you for that, but a lot of the understanding in the AP Bio books helps you get ready for it. There's some chemistry stuff. There's a math section, and here's kind of the quantitative reasoning is what it's titled, and here's some of the preparatory material for that. The science section, and then here's kind of like probably what most people go to first because these are the most holistic prep books, prep materials that there are available in the library. So ranging from lesson books, things with practice tests, Kaplan, cracking the DAT, Barron's are pretty well-known names. They're used a lot, but there are others obviously. There's online resources as well, but we don't have those because most of those aren't free. But also don't really be discouraged by like years. Obviously you would like to have like the newer years, but a lot of the preparatory material in terms of like the raw knowledge you would need for a test is pretty similar for year to year. It's very